Hello everyone, Michaela Panda here, and today I'm going to be making a tutorial on how to make full character sheets in RPG Maker. As you can see, the default actors, the character sheets have 8 actors per sheet, and that makes it really convenient both time-wise and space-wise when you're selecting characters for your video game. We make individual characters directly through RPG Maker or other softwares like Game Character Hub. um, it ends up filling your graphics file up like with a lot of just extra stuff. As you can see here, my graphics file has a whole bunch of individual characters in it, and if you have a lot of custom characters, this could, increase your file size for your game when you compress it. So what I've decided to do is actually start organizing all of these characters onto character sheets, to not only reduce file size, but it also reduces the time that you take trying to select characters that you want to use, and it helps you be better organized. So here I have a character that I created recently in Game Character Hub, and as you can see, down here it tells you how large the canvas size is. It's 96 by 128, and that's too small for it to actually be used in RPG Maker. We make characters directly in the software. They're actually on a canvas this size. That's 384 by 256 pixels, and so that way the programmer actually recognized this as being an individual sprite. So for people who use Game Character Hub, you've probably often run into this problem and realize like, oh great, now I have to manually make the canvas size larger, and that would be really tedious, especially when you make a lot of characters. So in order to counteract this, you actually want to make a custom character sheet that you can copy and paste your individual characters onto it. Here is a character template that I made myself. It's checkered mainly for accuracy reasons, to make sure that each sprite has its own little individual box that it's in, is not overlapping with the sprite next to it. So to get sprites onto this, it's really easy actually if you make a character from Game Character Hub, because it's already in its individual box size, which is 96 by 128. So you just right click on it, and then you select the entire canvas, and you know it's selected when there's dashed lines on the edges, and then hit copy, and then go over to the template, and then hit paste. And as you can see, it actually pasted transparent without the white background, and that's because I have transparent selection checked. If I uncheck it, then it turns white. And this is actually important when you're importing more than one character. So here, I have this character. Now, these are characters, usually when you make them from RPG Maker, importing them on character sheets is a little bit more tedious, because you have to manually select the correct sprite size. And you want to have 100% accuracy when doing this, because having it even 1 pixel off or so will mess up how your sprites look in the game. So first I like to zoom in to 400% so I can actually see, because these sprites, they aren't very big, and it's actually hard to eye that. Well, it's hard for me. So first zoom in, and there's actually 2 boxes at the bottom of Microsoft Paint that you really want to pay attention to. So here is the box that shows you where your cursor is, kind of like on X and Y axis. It changes as you move the cursor around. You see the numbers going all over the place. And then this box right here actually tells you how large of a selection you made. Like the selection I just made is 45 by 55. It's really important when you're talking about trying to select your characters, because like I said, the individual character sprite is 96 by 128. So in order to do this accurately, you want to hover your cursor over here, 0, 0, make sure down at the bottom it says 0 by 0 pixels, and then you like click and hold the mouse and then drag it all the way over. And the box right next to it that tells you how big your selection is, make sure when you make your final selection that it's 96 by 128. And then now you have, your character selected. And then you can go to copy and then paste it onto the character template. Now here's where it's important about the transparent selection selected. Some people are really good at eyeing things. You can accurately eye where you're putting your sprite on the canvas. But if it's even a little bit off, like I said, then RPG Maker won't recognize the entire canvas. Because as you can see, the dotted lines, they're overlapping with the other sprite. So to counteract this, you want to unselect that, and you'll be able to see the white of the original background. Now, when putting more than one characters on here, you want to make sure that the characters don't overlap with each other. So you want to drag it until you can't see any more of the pink, or so you can't see any more of the blue, depending on what you're pasting it onto. And then once it's right, you can go over here and make it transparent again, and then there you go. And then make sure you click somewhere else off the canvas to make sure you don't accidentally select something else to remove the selection that you made. So now that we have, the character on the template, you're probably thinking like, oh, cool, I'm done now. I can use this as an RPG Maker. And actually, you can't use it in this present format because you have two colors. Now, one feature in RPG Maker that you really need to pay attention to when importing things is the translucent and the transparent color selection. So you go to your resource manager, make sure you have graphics and characters open, and then you click import. And then you select the character sheet that you made, and this is one that I made earlier. So here you see I have a finished character sheet, and you have transparent color, which is left click, and then translucent color, which is right click. And this makes a problem because the translucent color will be translucent. So when you click OK, your character sits there, you can preview it, and the transparent color is clearly, transparent, and then the pink is sort of see-through. And this will be a problem when you're trying to use the character sets, because now you have this like annoying pink box around them. So in order to make this usable in RPG Maker, you're gonna go over here and make sure you have the color picker tool selected, and choose one of the colors, and then bucket fill the pink parts. Now, some sprites, depending on how your sprite is, you actually want to zoom in and make sure there aren't any holes or something that didn't get filled. You have to check in like really close spots, like between their hair, between the pixels of their hair or something, that can cause a problem depending on how the sprites are. And so you zoom out, and then we're gonna save this. I'm gonna save, and then I'm gonna go back to RPG Maker, and then import. I actually don't remember which one I imported it on. I think it was this one. Yep. And so here you can right click it, and it will say transparent color and translucent color, and then you click OK, and then you go over here, then you click preview. Whoops, that's the wrong one. Preview, and the entire thing is transparent. So you click close. I'm gonna delete this because I'm not gonna need this. And then now you're done. This concludes my tutorial on how to make custom character sheets in RPG Maker. I really hope that I helped you guys out with this, because I had trouble with this myself and couldn't really find full tutorials online. So thanks for watching, and if you really liked my videos and you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Bye!